Over 865 police officers have died in the line of duty in Canada. Countless others have been injured or suffered from PTSD due to pressures from their career. Policing is a brutally difficult career, both physically and emotionally. Police officers put their health and mental well-being on the line every day for their job. They work long hours and some terrible shifts and often experience family breakdowns due to their career choice. It's far from one of the best paying jobs out there either. With the time and training required in order to become a police officer, a person could train for any number of careers that pay better and come with a lot less personal risk and stress. So, police work's a calling. It isn't for everybody. I certainly wouldn't do it. Now, the thin blue line patch, it's been worn by police officers for years, and Canadian ones, and it's as a recognition for the role of their fellow officers. It represents that fragile line between anarchy and law and order. So that's why it's a thin blue line. It's a symbol, and it's over the Canadian flag, as can be seen. It also serves as a recognition, honoring the sacrifices made by fellow officers, including those who lost their lives in the line of duty. Now, the thin blue line is a symbol of solidarity and pride. It's benign, and it gives officers a passive means to express their support for each other. Now, due to lobbying from extreme anti-police elements, officers are being told that they must strip this symbol of memorial and solidarity. A myth is being perpetuated that this patch represents white supremacy. We should dismiss these ridiculous accusations immediately and out of hand as soon as we hear them. Instead, we're indulging these extremists. For the last few years, police forces, from the RCMP to many municipal forces, have been issuing orders banning officers from displaying this patch. These radicals aren't just the usual suspects who head those constant protests against policing and police forces. Some of these fringe thinkers reside within influential government roles. City of Calgary Communications Relations Advisor Adam Messiah is one of those zealots. I was shocked when I heard his statement on a radio news broadcast this morning when he did an interview for Global News. So I'm going to play it so you can hear it for yourself.
A lot of officers work because it meant Blue Lives Matter. A lot of white officers work because they support the idea of a white suprematic police state and a Eurocentric idea of how Calgary is supposed to be.
So, it's a short clip, and that might have sounded a little rough, but bottom line is, with no evidence to support it, Messiah said that a lot of police officers wore the patch because they support a white suprematic police state. And he said that they want to create a Eurocentric world. This sort of statement is inflammatory, divisive, and utterly inappropriate from a civic employee. How many non-white officers wear that patch? Many do. And how must they feel to be belittled and accused of supporting white supremacism from an influential city bureaucrat? Activists, including Calgary's current mayor, have been pushing to defund police forces for years, while blaming officers whenever anything may go wrong. When the defund movement was indulged with increased funding for community initiatives to prevent crime, they were still outraged because the police themselves weren't actually defunded. Now, they always claimed that they wanted more community resources and that's all that they wanted, but no, that lie was exposed once they got what they asked for. It wasn't enough for them. Their movement is vindictive, angry, and anti-police, and we have to stop indulging them. Their goals are not realistic, and they're putting all of us at risk. American cities that defunded their police forces experienced crime waves. Anybody but a crazed activist or a progressive mayor could see, and they could have seen that coming easily, yet we still see influential people calling to defund the police. In what world does defunding something improve it? Will defunding education make teachers better? Defunding healthcare improve surgical outcomes? The reasoning of the defund movement is outright bizarre, yet we continue to take it seriously. This constant campaign of insulting and belittling police is coming with a price. A Calgary Police Commission 2021 employee engagement report showed that just 19% of the respondents said morale within the force is good. Only 19% thought morale was good, the lowest levels in a decade. And is that really surprising? How's it got to feel to prepare for a shift of putting your safety at risk at late night hours, dealing with people who are going to be spitting on you, berating you, and sometimes assaulting you, only to hear from your employers that you should be ashamed of your job, that you're a potential white supremacist and you should be defunded? Is it any wonder that officers do act out on occasion? In any other realm of employment, when employees are acting out and behaving poorly, the employer will try and find out why the workers are experiencing poor morale. In policing, civic leaders are responding by doubling down on the abuse of the officers. Indulging the extreme anti-police activists is actually contributing to the problem of police misconduct. Happy, relaxed officers are far less likely to break rules than the ones who've been beaten down, insulted, and defunded. It's hard to believe this has to be said. The RCMP, they've been unable to fill their recruiting goals, and people are hardly lining up to join the other forces. Do activists really think quality of policing is going to improve as veteran officers are driven out while a smaller pool of activists come in to fill the void? I mean, police officers are human. Of course they make mistakes, and with their job, their mistakes can come with the most tragic of endings. We can't give them a pass when there's been misconduct, and nobody's saying we should. We entrust and task police officers with protecting us from harm, and we need to treat them with respect for taking on that role. The first step in respecting our police officers is to stand up and tell radical activists like Adam Messiah to get stuffed. We can't allow this constant anti-police campaign to be indulged and appeased. It harms officers, and by extension, it's going to harm all of us. If the thin blue line patch is tossed to the wayside, rest assured whatever new symbol is created will be smeared and decried as well. The anti-police movement doesn't want police showing any signs of pride or solidarity. They only want the police to display shame and contrition for actions most of them aren't even responsible for. Nobody should be treated like that for their career choice. And that's what's got me triggered today.